the Movie and Television Review and Classification Board is deliberating on whether or not to allow the screening of the live-action Barbie film in the country. Vietnam banned the movie because of a scene with a map supposedly showing China's 9-dash claim. Senator Francis Tolentino, who wants the movie banned, joins us now. Thank you so much for joining us, Senator. What are the specifics why you want the Barbie movie banned in cinemas in the country?
While I still have to see the entirety of the movie, I've seen some screenshots of the controversial film wherein the 9-dash line is being depicted. And similar to what Vietnam has done, banning the movie, which is supposed to be shown July 21, I think it would be a form of symbolic solidarity with other ASEAN neighboring countries similarly situated like Vietnam to do the same. Because if you look at the implementing rules, or even the implementing rules of the MTRCB, it says something about injurious, and I call it injurious to the prestige of the Republic of the Philippines or its people. So what happens here is that the 9-dash line, which has been declared as without basis by the arbitral court last 2016, would be presented as, although in a form of entertainment, as something which can be considered as true,
right,
half true, or even in its entertainment content or value.
And Senator, when do you plan to view Barbie, the movie?
Once it's shown, but I don't have an access to that right now because the premiere would still be on July 9 and the worldwide showing would start on July 21. But from the reviews that we've seen, especially those coming from Vietnam, it would appear that there was indeed, I have a copy here, a shot depicting the U-shaped 9-dash line. I have it here with me, if you can see it, on my cell phone.
Yes, sir.
So I think this will not just be injurious to the prestige of the Republic of the Philippines, but would be contrary to what our country fought for and achieved under that arbitral ruling of 2016.
So, Senator, could there be a middle ground between the MTRCB and the producers of Barbie the film before it is screened in local cinemas on July 19? Would you be amenable for that scene to even be clipped?
Yes, perhaps splicing it, the content of that can be a middle ground. But again, it would depend on the judgment of the MTRCB whether splicing it or cutting it would really be the solution. Because if that indeed was part of the main content or theme of that segment, perhaps it would do injustice to the producer or the writer of the movie as well. So we leave that to the discretion of the MTRCB following the law creating them.
But some analysts are saying it wouldn't be surprised if Barbie is banned because previously we already saw the MTRCB banning or pulling out films such as Uncharted and Abominable for featuring China's 9-dash line, and with the producers not budging on either splicing or clipping the controversial scenes.
Yes, you're correct. So if there's going to be a negotiation that would be producing something that is a middle ground, so be it. But again, the essence of the arbitral ruling should not be denigrated in such a way that it would affect Philippine sovereignty. It should not be a step, although they can claim that it was not done intentionally. It was just because of that depiction. Perhaps the one who made that segment is not familiar with the arbitral ruling, so they might claim that it was an innocuous error. But again, what the effect would be something that would dilute our sovereignty. So again, I leave that to the judgment of the MTRCB. This was just raised because we are in solidarity with Vietnam, and I think we have to protect the gains of the arbitral ruling of 2016.
Let's say on the flip side, Senator, no, the MTRCB decides to approve the film in its entirety with the feature of China's 9-dash line. Will you go out publicly and protest it?
I think we will now have to call the attention of the MTRCB because that would be contrary to their own rules. Their own rules provide, as I quoted a while ago, they can do something if it is injurious to the prestige of the Republic of the Philippines or its people. This is injurious. Injurious would mean this would harm our claim to that area. So it would affect our claim to the sovereign rights. It would affect our claim to what our Coast Guard, what our Navy, what our fishermen are doing right now. So I think we will be forced to call the attention of the MTRCB in a hearing or in another forum to explain their decision.
But Senator, looking at it on a different angle, instead of banning the film, I mean, one of your fellow senators, Rizon Tivero, said, shouldn't there be an explicit disclaimer about the matter prior to every screening of the film? Would you go with this kind of compromise?
Again, it would. I don't know if the producer would agree to that because it would be an admission that something was done. They probably might claim that that was not the artistic intent. Perhaps the cutting of it, the splicing of it would have been better rather than have a disclaimer, because a disclaimer would invite attention, especially amongst our youth, that this is still controversial. This is no longer controversial. The arbitral ruling clearly stated that the claim of China here for the 9-dash line has no legal basis.
Thank you so much for your insights, and we'll await the final decision of the MTRCB. Good evening, Senator Francis Tolentino.